Hey, Ken from Investing Made Easy here. Today we're going to be talking about saving money. But before we start, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment future video ideas. Today I will be giving you specific advice on how you can begin saving money and possibly even create a profit out of that saved money. Links to everything will be in the description below. Let's get started. We're going to start with why saving money is a good idea. The first reason is it's good to have financial security for the future. If something were to happen, it's always useful to have some money you can fall back on. There is also a possibility to increase the value of that money. What's the point in spending the money on a new car when you lose half of that money the moment you drive it out of the dealership? Investing your money into something that appreciates rather than depreciates is going to be better in the long term, which is why you should stop wasting your money on things that don't matter. If you save a lot of money and live a difficult first 10 years of your career, when you finally reach the later years, you're going to find it much easier and you can retire much earlier. So, I have come up with two categories for saving money: active and passive saving. Each have their own place, and I believe a combination of the two is the best for financial success. Let's begin with active money saving. Active money saving is when you actively deposit money into a savings account or invest that money. This type of investing requires an active effort from you to buy and maintain your investments for the best results. So, how to begin actively saving money? You should start by working out how much money you spend on essentials: food, energy, power bills, or that Spotify subscription. This is the absolute minimum amount of money you need to live. Everything else is a bonus. I would recommend saving between 25 to 75% of this extra money and investing it into some of the tips I'll be showing you today. Right, so the first tip is something most of us are already aware of: saving money in a cash ISA. This is very easy to do. Most banks now let you set up an account online. The advantages of this method is that your money is very safe and the money is also very easy to access. However, the interest is not often very much. The highest I found from a reputable bank is 2.75% APR. Sometimes the banks don't even offer enough interest to offset the inflation. Also, some banks have confusing terms and conditions which can trip you up. Just to show you how little 1% really is, if you had invested £10,000 10 years ago, today you would only have around £11,000. If you want to do any calculations like this, you multiply the percentage APR raised to the power of the number of years by the amount you started with. For instance, for the example I just gave you, I multiplied £10,000 by 101%, or 1.01, to the power of 10 to get my figure of 11,000. The next way of actively saving money is investing in stocks. Nowadays it's very easy to begin buying and selling stocks, as there are many stockbrokers which offer very low fees when trading. My favourite sites to use are Trading 212 and Plus 500. Trading 212 is brilliant as they offer commission-free equity trades. If you're just starting off, I would suggest equity trading. These trades are good long-term investments where you're also able to collect dividends from that company. If you follow a set strategy, of which I'll be uploading new trading strategy videos each Saturday in a new series I'm going to be calling Investing Strategy Saturday. From these, you can pick up a new strategy. Following something like this and not investing on emotion will give you the best chance of success in the long term. My advice would be to stay away from spread betting, as you're investing with money you don't own. If the company were to drop in price, you could rack up a large amount of debt. I would recommend doing something like this rather than putting your money in a cash ISA, as there are possibilities for much larger returns. The next point is less about investing the money you have, but creating more money you have to invest with. I will be giving some tips on cutting down unnecessary expenditure. There are very easy ways you can cut down on expenditure. One of the examples I have here is giving up your morning coffee. For most people, going to Starbucks for a morning coffee is unnecessary. For most people, I'd say you don't even need a coffee to stay alert throughout the day. Research has shown that even a simple glass of water with a dash of salt can give you that same feeling of alertness as a cup of coffee. Just cutting this one simple item out could save you $90 a month. $90 a month invested in a company could increase to $125 by the end of the year. So, now let's move on to passive money saving. For me, passive money saving is where you save money without actually realize you're doing it. For instance, you could be using an app or some sort of strategy to help you save money. This is much easier to do without noticing it day to day. My first point is using an app that can round every purchase you make to the nearest dollar. This has become a quite popular service recently. Every time you buy something, for instance $2.50 for a coffee, it will round the cost of that coffee to $3 and deposits 50 cents into your savings. From these apps, you can even set money to be automatically used to purchase stocks, which will further increase your return. I love these apps as they make saving and investing so effortless. And finally, creating timetables. Creating timetables is really easy and completely free. Really easy things that you can put on your timetable include taking public transport on certain days of the week or only allowing yourself to eat out on a Friday evening. You can create timetables for more than just saving money, such as starting to eat healthily or concentrating on work. You can make timetables by either using an app such as Checklist Plus or even just using a piece of paper. I would recommend you use an app, however, as it can give you reminders so that you don't break your timetable. These are my best 5 tips for saving. Remember, it may be hard in the beginning to save that small amount, but that small amount you save now can make a huge impact later in life. Remember, if you like this video, like, comment and consider subscribing as I'll have more content like this in the future. This is Ken from Investing Made Easy. I'll see you.